I've always been a skeptic. Ghosts, demons, the supernatural. I thought it was all garbage designed to sell movie tickets. I liked my horror on a screen where I could turn it off. Real life was boring, predictable, or at least I thought it was, until a few weeks ago. It started in June. We had a freak heat wave and my roommates decided to head out to a cabin by the lake for a long weekend. I stayed behind. I needed the quiet. I had the whole apartment to myself, a fridge full of beer and zero responsibilities. It was supposed to be the perfect weekend. I planned to hit a few bars that night, maybe meet up with some friends downtown, but by 6 p.m., my body had other plans. A sudden fever hit me like a freight train. My head was pounding, my joints ached, and the thought of loud music made me nauseous. So I canceled everything. I locked the front door. Then, just out of habit, or maybe paranoia brought on by the fever, I double-locked the heavy outer security door that separates our hallway from the main stairwell. Being alone in a big city apartment complex can feel weirdly exposed. With 3 locks between me and the world, I felt safe. I made myself a sandwich, took some painkillers, and sat down at the PC. I figured if I couldn't sleep, I might as well grind out a few levels in my favorite MMO. I put on my noise-canceling headphones and got lost in the game. The real world faded away. Time becomes slippery when you're gaming. 1 dungeon turned into 5. When I finally took off my headset to grab a glass of water, the apartment was dead silent. My eyes burned as I checked the clock. 2:11 a.m. I stood up to stretch and suddenly a shiver ran down my spine. It wasn't the AC. It was that primal instinct, the feeling of being watched. I tried to shake it off, blaming the fever, but the air in the room felt heavy, thick. I walked to the kitchen, but my eyes kept darting to the front door. "Don't be an idiot," I muttered to myself. Still, I walked over and checked the deadbolt. Locked. I checked the chain. Secured. I was alone. I was safe. Time to sleep, I thought, turning out the monitor. The screen went black. That's when I heard it. Knock, knock, knock. 3 rhythmic taps, not on the heavy security door down the hall, right on my apartment door. The sound cut through the silence like a gunshot. My heart hammered against my ribs so hard I thought it might bruise them. A cold sweat broke out on my forehead instantly. Fear is irrational, but logic makes it worse. Here is the thing. I live on the top floor. The apartment next to mine has been empty for months. The previous tenants moved out in April. The hallway outside is a dead end. More importantly, I had locked the outer iron door leading to the stairwell hours ago. You need a key to get through it. There was no way, absolutely no physical way, for a delivery guy, a neighbor, or anyone else to be standing in front of my door. The knocking came again. Louder this time, more insistent. I don't know what possessed me. Maybe it was the fever frying my brain, but I crept toward the door. I moved silently, stepping on the balls of my feet. I pressed my ear against the wood. Silence. But not total silence. I could hear heavy, wet breathing on the other side. Someone was standing inches away from me. Suddenly, the breathing stopped. Then all hell broke loose. Boom, boom, boom. Whatever was out there started pounding on the door with terrifying speed. It sounded like multiple hands hitting the wood at once. It wasn't one person. It sounded like a swarm. The scratching started next. Long, frantic scratches, like nails digging into the paint. I scrambled back, my legs giving out. I scrambled into my bedroom and grabbed my phone. My hands were shaking so bad, I almost dropped dead. I dialed my best friend, Mike, who lived a few blocks away.
Dude, it's 2:30.
Mike groaned, answering on the third ring. Mike, help, I choked out. I could barely speak. Someone is in the hall. They're trying to get in. Mike's tone changed instantly.
I'm calling the cops. I'm coming over. Hang tight. I'll be there in 10 minutes.
10 minutes, I whispered. I just had to survive 10 minutes. Suddenly, the lights in the hallway went out. I saw the shadow under my door disappear into darkness. The scratching stopped. Then came the laughter. It was wrong. It sounded like a dozen different people laughing at once. Men, women, children, overlapping into a chaotic, sick noise. And then a voice spoke. It sounded like a little girl, but with a gravely old undertone.
He's coming.
The voice giggled on the other side.
He's coming to save you. And when he knocks, you open the door for us.
My blood turned to ice. They weren't trying to break the door down. They knew they couldn't. They were baiting me. They wanted Mike to come up here so I would unlock the door to let him in. I grabbed the phone again. Mike, no! I shrieked.
I'm in the car.
Don't come! I yelled, tears streaming down my face. Do not come up here. Wait until the sun comes up. If you come now, they'll get us both.
What are you?
Promise me, I screamed. Stay away until morning. I didn't wait for an answer. I hung up and threw the phone across the room. I curled up in the corner of my bedroom, clutching a baseball bat, listening to it taunting whispers and scratching for hours. Eventually, the fever and the terror became too much. The room started to spin, and the blackness took over. I woke up to pounding, real heavy pounding. Open up, it's Mike. Sunlight was streaming through the blinds. I was alive. I unlocked the door with trembling fingers. Mike was standing there, pale as a sheet, holding a crowbar. He looked past me at the front of my door. The heavy wood was destroyed. Deep gouges, inches deep, covered the entire surface. Splinters were everywhere. It looked like a pack of wild animals had tried to chew their way in. I packed the bag and left that day. I never spent another night in that apartment. I told everyone it was a break-in attempt by junkies, but Mike saw the scratches. He knows no human fingernails could do that. I live in a different city now. I have a dog, a security system, and a gun in my nightstand. But sometimes, late at night, I just lie there staring at my front door. I check the locks 10 times before bed, not because I'm afraid of what's outside. I'm afraid that one day I'll wake up and realize I forgot to lock the door.